Ah, yes, the beaches of Alola. How soothing. Oh, hi there, friends. I was pretending not to notice you there. As you know, we've been going over every single Pokemon from every single generation, and today, it's time for Generation 7, which takes place in Alola, the most tropical of all the Pokemon regions. If you missed the first 6 parts, don't worry, friend. That's alright, we take it easy out here. But before we begin, make sure to grab yourself a nice glass of Shuckle Juice, maybe a Vanillix cone, and enjoy the soothing sounds of the beach before we start yelling. Time to start yelling! Rowlet's super adorable. He's got like a little leaf bow tie and he's a happy little owl. He's perfect and I love him. Dartrix is super cute as well. He's got like the fun hair and he's a little more progressed on his whole like fancy motif, whatever it is. I don't know. I like Dartrix as well. I like Decidueye, but I don't understand how we got here from Dartrix and Rowlet. Again, I really like it, but Dartrix and Rowlet kind of had like the butler idea and now we're into like Robin Hood kind of deal. So I don't know how we got here. Litten is super cute. He's just like a regular old kitten, but he's also kind of fun and fancy and he's got a lot of red and black on him and he's pretty cool. I like him overall. Torracat I like a whole lot less. He's super awkward. He's got the stupid cowlick hair thingy. He's got a little bell on his neck. I don't know. This is really unlikable to me. Incineroar's okay. I feel like we just have a whole lot of wrestler Pokemon now. That and this just kind of feels uninspired. I don't think I like this one a whole lot. Also, he's terrible in Smash Bros. So there's that too. Poplio's adorable. How do you not love Poplio? He's so cute and happy and just he's happy to be a clown seal. It's perfect. Brionne I like a lot as well. It's also super cute and makes sense as the next stage. I just don't know why they named it Brionne. I don't get that. Primarina is awesome as well. It's like super elegant and neat. And I really like this as a final stage to Poplio. I think this is really cool. I don't know where the clown theme went, but I like it regardless. This is super fun. Pikapek's all right. It's kind of just like a regular old hummingbird with some extra colors, but I still like it. I still think it's fun. Trumbeak's all right as well. It's a little more fancy, a little more interesting. And he's got the little thing going on his neck. I like that as well.
Follow your nose.
Brought to you by Fruit Loops. I like Toucanon. I just can't get the freaking Fruit Loops Toucan Sam out of my brain. Also, I like Toucanon a lot more in the game. His nose changes colors when he attacks, and I think that's a lot more interesting than just it being static, you know, a gradient between, you know, yellow to red. Overall, he's kind of just a regular Toucan, except he looks mad, so I guess it's different enough to be okay, but I'm not really in love with Toucanon. Yongoose is just an angry weasel. I don't know why we have this, and I don't really like it. I don't really like Gumshoes either. I know that he's supposed to be like a private eye weasel or whatever it is, but I just don't really like the design. I like the whole coat idea with the little tufts of fur coming out from the sides of the yellow stripe down his belly, but overall, I just don't really like this Pokemon at all. I think it's really unlikable, and I'm not really a big fan of this. Grubbin is super adorable. Other than Pinsir, I can't really think of any other bugs with pincers on them, you know? So I actually really like this. I think this is fun and cute, and I like this a lot. Charger Bug is super neat, too. It's like a literal battery bug Pokemon. I think it's fun. It looks a little bit like a bus, but I don't really care. This is just super cool, and I like this. Vikavolt is super awesome. I don't know if I'm saying the name right, but this thing is super cool. It's just so freaking awesome. It's a shame it's so slow, but this is such a cool Pokemon, and it really feels like an electrical bug thingy, and it's got like fun pincers, and it's got a like, oh god, this thing's just so cool. I love freaking Vikavolt. For Brawler, super cool. I think it's just really silly and goofy, and I like that he's got like a little bit of a puffy eye because he's been boxing too much. He's kind of like Krabby if they did Krabby right. I really like Crabominable too. I like the idea of like a Yeti crab. I don't know, it's just really fun to me, and he looks really goofy, and part of me likes that about him. Oricorio is a really cool idea for a bird. I really like all the different forms of it. Oricorio is super cool. It's got like a different form for every island it's on, depending on like what kind of dances they do on that island. I don't know. I just think it's a really fun idea for a bird Pokemon that spans across a region that's 4 separate distinct islands. I think this is really unique, and I like this a lot. If I had to pick one to be my favorite, it would be the ghost one, the one in the lower left corner. That one's awesome. Cutiefly is all right. I don't really know what I'm looking at. It's just like a very basic kind of bug. I don't know. It's kind of boring, but it's also kind of likable in a way. I don't know. I guess it's all right. Rabombi's all right. It doesn't really speak to me. I feel like they could have done more with it, but overall, I guess it's pretty cute. Rockruff is super cute. I really do like Rockruff. It's a super likable rocky doggo, and it's different enough to be, you know, not just a regular dog. He's got like a fun rocky collar and things like that, so I really like Rockruff. It's just a mystery to me why they pushed Rockruff so hard before Sun and Moon came out, and then really just gave him like one additional form, and that's it. It was really weird to me. Lycanroc is pretty cool as well. I think this one's all right. It's a little bit boring to me. I think they could have done more than they did from Rockruff, but I guess it's okay. This is the dusk form of Lycanroc. This is the one I was talking about a little bit earlier. They added this with Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and that's really all they did with it. I don't really like this one very much. It kind of feels like a cross between the previous one and the next Lycanroc form I'm going to show you, but it just doesn't really have a whole lot of personality to it. I feel like it's too similar to both of them. And here's the Midnight form of Lycanroc, which I personally think is the best one because it's the most different out of all of them. I think it's a really cool idea that they went with like a werewolf Pokemon for this one. I think this one's pretty cool. So as you can see, like I was talking about, the first and the second forms look very, very similar to each other, and then the third one is way different. That's why I like the third one the most. Other than that, I guess overall Lycanroc is all right. I just don't know why it needed 3 different forms and why it couldn't just be 2 different Pokemon or something like that. Wishiwashi is super cute. I like this one a lot. It's a silly little fish, and I know that he seems pretty plain, but then you get the school form, which makes it shine a whole lot more. This form is super, super cool, and I like this version of Wishiwashi a lot more than the original. So the whole idea with Wishiwashi is like, it's one tiny, wimpy little fish, but then it groups up with a whole bunch of other ones to make a really big, scary fish, and I think that's super clever and super fun. I like Wishiwashi overall. This is cool. Marini's all right, but it's kind of gross to look at, so I don't really like this one very much. Toxapex, on the other hand, is much cooler. I might be a little bit biased just because how good this Pokemon is in competitive, but I think Toxapex is all right. I like the idea of something that's like protected by its limbs. I don't know. It's pretty neat. I think it's cool. Mudbray's pretty cute. It's kind of a regular old mule / donkey kind of Pokemon. It's a little bit boring, but overall, I still like it. It's kind of cute. It's got some fun things about it. So you know what? I guess it's okay. Mudsdale is a lot cooler though. I know it's very similar, just like a regular horse, but he's got fun hair and he's got a fun hairdo and he's got like leg warmers on. I don't know. I just like Mudsdale. It's pretty cool. Dewpider's like an alien spider kind of deal. It's based on those spiders that would like trap a bubble of air and go underwater and like breathe with that bubble that they trapped. I don't know. It's pretty cool though. I like Dewpider a lot. Araquanid is super, super cool. I love this idea for a spider. It just feels cool and it feels badass and it feels menacing and it's just awesome. I like this a lot. I just really think that they really stretch their creative muscles on this one. Fomantis is cute, but I don't really know what I'm looking at. It's kind of just like a mess of leaves and bug parts, I guess. I don't know. I guess it's all right. Lurantis, on the other hand, is much cooler. I think this is really cool. I don't understand how Fomantis evolved into this one. I think there needed to be a middle stage, but I still like Lurantis a lot more. Morlul's cute. It's a little mushroom fairy Pokemon. I don't know. It's adorable. I don't know what else I should say about it. It's just really cute. Chinotic is really creepy though, and I don't want it. It feels like those, you know, stereotypical depictions of aliens like the gray men, except it's also kind of happy and it's got a giant mushroom on its head. I don't know. This makes me uncomfortable. Next, please. Salandit is super cute. He's like a little bandit lizard. It's super cute and it's super fun and it's a fire poison Pokemon, which is super unique and I like this a lot. And then of course Salazzle is even cooler. It's like super elegant and regal and only the female Salandits evolve into this, which I guess makes sense. It's very feminine, but it's also really cool, so I like this one a lot as well. Stuffle is like the cutest Pokemon I've ever seen. He's like a little stuffed animal red panda Pokemon. It's adorable and I just want to hug him forever. And then Beware would hug you and crush all your bones. Beware's fun. I like it. It just feels a little underdesigned to me. It's just like 3 colors and that's really about it. I don't know why we have a literal Mangosteen as a Pokemon, but I guess Bounsweet's pretty cute. Steeny's a lot cooler. I like this one a lot more. They actually did something with the idea of like a Mangosteen Pokemon instead of just making it that thing with the face. They gave it like a beret and some hair or whatever, and it's really cute. I like this one a lot. And then Serena's also really, really cool. It makes sense why this would be a 3rd stage. It very much feels like a fully evolved Pokemon. It's got a lot of fun ideas on it. I like this one a lot. I think they should have just gotten rid of Bounsweet and then just left it as Steenie and Serena, and we would have been perfectly fine. Comfey's pretty cute. I get why they made this Pokemon. It's just literally just a lay, except it has a face on it, I guess. I don't know. This feels very much like Klefki to me, where they just put a face on something inanimate and called it a Pokemon. I don't really know if I like this one very much. Oranguru is freaking hideous, and I don't really like this at all. Passimian's pretty much hideous, and I don't really like this at all. Wimpod's cool. I love the fact that they made a horseshoe crab Pokemon. I know they kind of made that with Kabuto back in Gen 1, but this is different, and I think this is still really cool. Golisopod's like one of the coolest Pokemon in Gen 7, hands down. This thing is amazing and badass, and you don't want to mess with it. I'm telling you right now. This thing is just super, super cool, and I'm really glad that we have this because this is one of the best ones from Gen 7, hands down. Look, I'm gonna level with you. I love Sandygast and I love Palossand. I just really love the idea of a sandcastle Pokemon. I know some people don't like it, but I think this is really fun and creative and imaginative, and I just really love this. See, now Palossand's an even bigger sandcastle Pokemon. It's like a sandcastle possessed by a ghost. I don't know why I love this so much. I just really, really love the idea, and I think this is a lot of fun. I don't know why I feel like Pyukumuku's already been done before, but it just looks really familiar to me. I guess overall it's kind of cute. It's a little plain, but I guess that's what it's supposed to be. Overall, I guess it's all right. Oh my god. Type Null is just a freaking mishmash of everything, and I kind of hate it. It's just so much going on in so many different directions, and I get that that's the point, but it doesn't make it any better knowing the intention. I don't like this at all. Silvally is literally just taking the mask off a type null. And I will admit I like Silvally a lot more than type null, but I still feel like even though mismatched and genetically engineered was the idea, I still don't feel like I like looking at this. It's okay, little guy, you can come out. Okay, there we go, much better. Minior's adorable. I really love this idea for a Pokemon. It's like a Pokemon covered in rock and like a little shell thingy. I don't know, it comes in like a bunch of different colors and it's just adorable all around. I just feel like this thing should have evolved. Can we get Mightior, please? Can we have Minior evolves into Mightior? All right, thanks, appreciate it. So apparently Komala is actually the little piece of wood, not the koala. Either way, I still feel like this is a little plain. It's kind of just like a koala plus a couple extra features hugging a piece of wood. I'm not really into it. It feels a little plain and boring and lazy, so you know what, we'll just pass this one. Turtonator is literally a landmine Pokemon, and I should like that, but then I learned that his dung is explosives and I don't want him to throw poop at me, so I don't really like it very much. Turtonator's weird and awkward to me. I don't really like it. Next, please. Now it's just round steel hedgehog Pikachu. I don't really like this. I really wish they didn't do one of these every single generation. I think they could have done better. I know Mimikyu is already a fan favorite, but I still really love Mimikyu. It's like kind of poking fun of the fact that every generation there has to be a Pikachu Pokemon. Mimikyu's trying to be as lovable as Pikachu, so he hides a sheet over himself that he covers like Pikachu. I don't know. I think there's just something really likable and adorable about that. Plus all the fan art of different Mimikyus with like different Pokemon costumes is really fun. Oh my god, Bruxish is hideous. Everyone already hates this Pokemon. I don't think I need to say anything else. Drampa's cute. He reminds me of the Never-Ending Story, like that dragon. I don't remember what it was called. So Mark, put up the name on the screen. Thanks. Great. I honestly don't know how I feel about Delmise. I love the idea behind it. It's like a haunted steering wheel and anchor that was like taken over by the ghost of the ship or something. I don't know. Look, I think it's pretty neat, but at the same time, it's also kind of like just some inanimate objects with a face on them. So I don't know. I'm kind of on the middle in this one. Jangmo-O is pretty cute. I like the idea of this. It's like a little dragony guy. It's got like a whole bunch of fun, loud scales on him. I don't know. It's cute and I like it. Hakamo'o is a fun evolution for it. It like got on its hind legs and it got more scales and it got a little more rough and tumble. You know what I'm saying? Komodo is like super awesome. They went all out with the idea of like a jangly fighter, dragon, tribal warrior kind of deal. I think this is super cool and I really like this. It's really super unique and this is just awesome. Good job. So I love the idea of the Tapus. I love the idea of like different tribal totem Pokemon. I think this is really cool. That being said, I think I'm a little bit jaded by how overabundant they were in the competitive meta for Sun and Moon, but from a design perspective, I think they're pretty cool. They're a little bit over-designed, but they're legendary Pokemon, so I guess they're supposed to be. Tapu Koko is based on a chicken, I guess. Tapu Lele is pretty cute. I do like this one as well. It's a little more likable than Tapu Koko. It's a little bit more appropriately designed. This one's based on a butterfly, by the way. You know, now that I really think about it, I don't think I hate the Tapus. I think I just hate battling against them. Tapu Lele's all right in my book. Tapu Bulu's kind of fun as well. He's got like the whole kind of burly idea going on. He's got like little hooves because he's based on a bull. I don't really know why this one's grass type, but overall, I guess it's pretty all right. This one's not my favorite, but it's okay. Tapu Fini might be my favorite. Obviously, this one's based on a dolphin, and that's probably why I like it the most. I just feel like they got the most creative with this design as opposed to the other three. I don't know. I like this one a lot. Cosmog is super adorable if it wasn't a legendary Pokemon. Cosmoem has the same cocoon idea that a lot of the pseudo-legendaries from past games do, but this one actually evolves into a legendary. Solgaleo is what Cosmoem evolves into if you're playing Pokemon Sun. Overall, I like Solgaleo. I think it's really cool. I just really don't like the idea of a Pokemon that evolves into the cover legendary. I think that's kind of weird. Well, at least we have another lion Pokemon now. This one's pretty fun. I like this a lot. It is a little over-designed, but most legendaries are, so I guess it's fine. Honestly, I like Lunala a lot more. This is what Cosmoem evolves into if you played Pokemon Moon. Once again, I don't really like the idea that a Pokemon evolves into the cover legendary of the game. I really think this should have just been its own thing, but whatever. I like that it's based on the moon. I like that it's got a lot of fun designs on it. This one actually doesn't feel over-designed to me. I feel like this is appropriately designed, especially for a legendary. Overall, super cool design. Lunala is awesome. Nihiligo's all right as the first Ultra Beast. I guess it's okay. It looks a little too similar to Lily to me. I know that was the point, but I still don't really like that idea. I like Jellyfish, but this one just kind of feels weird. Buzzwole is over-designed to hell and back. This thing is just super crazy, and I know that was supposed to be the point, but I just really do not like this one at all. Pheromos is a lot cooler in my opinion. It's much more elegant and much more reasonable as far as like a fighting bug kind of deal goes. I don't know. I think this one's a lot better than Buzzwole. Xurkitree honestly is kind of neat. It's like a whole bunch of wires and like lights on it or something. I don't know. I think this is really clever and it's a lot of fun. And I know that it doesn't look like a Pokemon at all, but the Ultra Beasts are not supposed to look like type Pokemon, which I guess maybe means that they're all bad. I don't know. Look, take it for what you will, but I think Xurkitree's at least cool looking. Celesteela is probably my favorite of the Ultra Beasts. I think this is really, really cool. I like that it's a rocket bamboo kind of deal. I don't know. It's just fun to look at and fun to think about. Again, it doesn't really feel like a Pokemon, but none of the Ultra Beasts are going to. Kartana's pretty cool. I like the idea that they made an Ultra Beast based on origami, but this just kind of gets boring really quickly. It's fun for like the first 30 seconds, but after that, it's like, all right, next Pokemon, please. Is Guzzlord? What is this? Guzzlord? Is this Guzzlord? Oh gosh. Is this Guzzlord? Guzzlord. Yep, it's Guzzlord. First off, I just want to say that Guzzlord is a stupid name for a Pokemon. It makes sense in this case because it's mostly a mouth, but I just think that it's silly. I think this is really, really over designed. And as much as I like this design, I feel like they really just could have done a lot better with the idea. They just added a ton of spikes and a ton of arms and a ton of legs and whatever. And it just, there's a lot going on here that doesn't need to be going on. It's still pretty cool though. Necrozma's all right. It's got a lot of crazy elements going on, a lot of spikes, a lot of just physical flair on it. It feels a little over designed, but again, it's a legendary, so it's going to be. It just kind of feels like Darkrai with extra steps to me though, honestly. I guess it's all right, but I guess most of the design was saved for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Because then like Necrozma like eats the other two cover legendaries, then we get things like this. We get like the cross between Necrozma and Lunala, which is pretty dang cool, but it also is kind of just like a mess of black and Lunala. So I don't know, I guess it's okay-ish. And then again with Solgaleo as well, it's just like a cross between Solgaleo with armor on it because Necrozma, so I don't know, it's kind of weird. And then you have Ultra Necrozma, which in my opinion is the best form out of the four. This is the one where it eats both Lunala and Solgaleo and it gains like both of their power and it becomes almost godlike where it can fight Arceus or something like that. I think it's very intimidating and it looks super awesome. I don't know if it really feels like a Pokemon, but it still looks pretty cool. My main problem with it is that there aren't any remnants of Solgaleo or Lunala's designs in this final design. Overall, I guess Necrozma's pretty all right. I like the idea behind it where it fuses with the other two and it kind of eats them. And then we get the follow-up to it that we didn't get with Kyurem where it eats both of them and it becomes its true form, which I guess is really cool. I just have to really ask one question, and that's why did they do this? Magearna's pretty cute. It feels like this should have been a Gen 6 Pokemon, but I guess it's all right. I actually really like Marsh Shadow. I love the idea of a fighting ghost Pokemon, and there's just something really likable and cute about this. It doesn't really feel as intimidating as it should be, but as a mythical Pokemon, this makes perfect sense. Hoipole's pretty all right. I like this idea. It's like a poisony dragon kind of needly Pokemon, and I think that's unique, and I like it a lot, honestly. I think this is cool. I don't like, however, that an Ultra Beast evolves. I think that's a little bit weird. They broke the convention there, and I guess, you know what? It's not really my thing. However, Naganadel is still super, super cool. It's like a big needle Pokemon, and it's like a dragony kind of poisony thing. It's just really cool, and I really like this a lot. Stack Attack is actually pretty cool, too. I like this one a lot. It's like a weird wall, like turret kind of tower thing with a whole bunch of eyes on it. I don't know. I just think this is really unique and interesting. I really like Blacephalon as well. I don't really like the clown theming of it, but I love every other part of it. If it didn't have like the neck ruffle, I think this would have been my favorite Ultra Beast. Either way, I still think this is really cool and really otherworldly and almost like Cthulhu-esque in a way. So this is really neat. I love this. Zeraora is pretty likable. It feels like angry Raichu. No, I know what it is. It's Raichu mixed with Zoroark. This is actually really cool. I like this a lot. It just doesn't feel super unique to me. Alolan Rattata is better than regular Rattata, but I still don't really like it a whole lot. They just kind of added some weird nose hair thingies and added some spikes to its tail and ears. I don't know. I don't really like this at all. And Alolan Raticate is even worse. It's just the same as regular Raticate, except again, with some extra spikes, and now it's got really fat cheeks. Alolan Raichu's adorable. I don't know why Raichu got into Alolan form, but Pikachu and Pichu didn't, but I think it's super cute that he's surfing on his tail. That's awesome. Alolan Sandshrew is awesome. He's like a little igloo guy. I don't know. He's cute. I like him a lot. I won't give him head pats. Alolan Sandslash is actually a lot cooler too. I like this a lot more than regular Sandslash. Instead of like the regular old spiky things on, he's got icicles, which are super cool. So I like this one a lot better. This is awesome. Alolan Vulpix is adorable. It's kind of just like icy regular Vulpix, but they gave it a fun hairdo. It's super adorable. And then of course, Alolan Ninetales is like everybody's favorite Alolan Pokemon. It's like super elegant and Aurora-y and just very cool Pokemon. See what I did there? Get it? Cause it's ice. Cool. Get it? All right. Jokes. Hooray. It's literally just Diglett, but they gave him a little tuft of hair. It's literally just Dugtrio, but they gave him all stupid surfer hair. It's really stupid surfer hair. Next, please. I don't know why we got Alolan Meowth. It looks the same, except it's darker and it's got a more round face. Alolan Persian is just Garfield if Garfield was a Pokemon. I really don't like this. Alolan Grimer is the same as regular Grimer, but with different colors. That's it. Alolan Muck is the same as regular Muck, except with different colors and rocks in it. I really don't like this. Alolan Executor is the best Alolan Pokemon out there. Fight me, you won't. Why is this thing saying dragon type? I don't know, but it's awesome and great and I love it. And if it makes a meme, I don't care, it's great. But also a Lowland Marowak is super awesome as well. I like that its bone is lit on fire, but really that's the only difference. They put like a little marking on its skull thingy and that's really about it. I guess it's still pretty cool though. So overall, I wasn't super impressed with most of the Gen 7 Pokemon. There were some really cool ones though, like Vikavolt, Golisopod, Palisand, and Celesteela, but there were also some really dumb ones like Comfey, Oranguru, and Passimian. And then most of the Alolan Pokemon weren't great either. Next time though, we'll be going over Gen 8 where we get Galarian forms and Gigantamaxes, which I thought we already had. Someday you'll get the love you deserve.